This is Sway.
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 In the morning.
In the morning.
In the morning.
Shake it, body.
Wake your fuck ass up. That crust out your eyes.
Yeah, she must be one of the most beautiful people you're ever going to meet because it's not just the way she looks on the external. It's who she is on the internal. Aww. That means the most to me. Cameron Diaz just walked in. You!
Aw, what a genuine hug. Hey, ladies. How are you? Good to see you.
Our girl is here. Cameron Diaz just walked in. Oh, man.
Damn, I thought she bought vodka. I thought that was vodka.
This one right here is vodka.
All right, perfect. Thank you. All right.
That is?
I heard you guys were going to have mixers here, so I brought the vodka.
You brought the vodka?
That's what's up.
Heather, you ready?
I'm ready.
You ready? Cameron, how you been?
I'm so good. How you doing?
Damn, man. I'm doing great.
Yeah?
I can't complain.
No?
I haven't seen you since...
Like 2 months.
It's been 2 months. Well, I saw you. You didn't see me. I was on the plane.
What do you mean?
And I was watching sex tape.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I saw you, girl.
I was like, wait a second, you didn't say hello to me?
Nah, I would pull my jacket off so you could step over the puddle. We're going to talk about Annie.
Awesome.
Okay.
Has Jamie been in here yet?
Jamie hasn't come yet. Well, we're waiting for Jamie to come. But let's talk back of sex tape for a second. Were those body doubles in there for you, or was that you?
I didn't do the flip.
You didn't do the flip.
I didn't do the flip. That's a lifelong endeavor. That is a woman who has dedicated her life to that particular task.
Yeah.
And she worked for Cirque du Soleil. And she came in for about 20 minutes or a half an hour of work. And somehow she did not damage Jason Segel's life.
His life. His life.
She didn't alter his life forever. I would have.
You would have, right?
I would have.
You've never done that.
I've
never practiced that. Never thought about it.
No.
All right, I've seen that done at Sue's Rendezvous in Mount Vernon. I swear.
So nasty.
Yeah. What a fun movie. It was just great. I like watching you work.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Vanilla Sky, I mentioned last time, one of my favorite roles you ever did.
Yeah.
This Annie thing.
Yeah.
This is really great. It's a different take on Annie. It's the new and improved, if you will, version of Annie.
Absolutely.
And even the way it starts off with the little girl who looks like your classical Annie telling a tale. And then the girl who plays Annie is like bored, the black girl. And then she does something and steps up in the classroom and does the
old school, the first beat ever made.
Gets everybody in.
That lets everybody in. Now, Jay-Z and Will Smith produced this, right?
They did.
Did they ever come to set or?
Well, I mean, they came every morning, made me breakfast.
Oh, wow.
What was the breakfast?
And set up foot rubs for me. I mean, that's my experience.
Your experience right.
That was, I don't know if they showed up for anybody else like that, but that was my experience.
They came through.
As producers.
So did Jay-Z himself massage your feet?
No.
Okay.
Come, he's still Jay-Z, but he's really good at flipping eggs. He's like a really good egg cooker.
I would have never known that.
He used to flip pies. I'm just saying. He said that.
I'm just kidding, you guys. I'm just teasing. I'm just doing a little comedy.
Yes.
At the expense of our gentlemen producers.
That's right.
Will Smith. Have you ever liked to work with Will Smith, especially in on a big screen?
Yeah. My God, are you kidding? He's just one of those talents that are just. You look at Will Smith and you're like, oh, you can do everything.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You actually are capable of doing anything and everything.
Yeah.
So he's kind of superhuman in that way.
Isn't
he's
he?
like from another planet, maybe possibly galaxy.
A different Milky Way.
Different Milky Way.
You do everything too. Just watching. I was wondering how would you. I never heard you sing before.
Yeah.
And
I mean, not well.
No, well, hold up. Let's play it back. Let's determine for ourselves, okay? All right, here's Cameron Diaz and Annie, and here she is singing.
Span of the world. See,
Okay, she's not singing on
you
this.
wanted my
Clean.
vocal. You wanted my vocals
your
on that.
vocals,
You wanted me clean tracked vocals on that one, didn't you?
Yeah, clean track.
You know guys, he was trying to showcase my vocals on this, not my.
You know what? That didn't work out. 'Cause we know the actors. Wonder, do me a favor, man. Hold up, man. Maybe this could work. Throw the beat on for me a second. Maybe can you sing what you sang?
No, I can't. Actually, I cannot.
You cannot sing what you sang.
I can't, but I didn't warm up.
You didn't
we
warm
got
up?
cough drops.
All right, reel that up.
You know how important voices are.
Okay,
right?
reel that back. Okay.
I'm not Jamie Foxx.
Okay.
Jamie Foxx can literally make a song. Right now, he could make a song about every single person in this room. Mm-hmm. New lyrics, never heard, new beat, everything without even thinking about it. It just comes off. He just out of observation with a beat in his head. He just puts it out there, and you're like, what? He wrote this this Christmas carol for Quvenzhané, or Quvenzhané. There you go. It's a Christmas carol so people know how to say her name right. Quvenzhané.
Quvenzhané. That's
because
what you
nobody
even
gets it right.
attempted. I didn't even attempt. How you say it?
Quvenzhané.
Quvenzhané?
Quvenzhané.
Quvenzhané. That's a beautiful
name.
name.
It's like a mixture of like her mom's name, her dad's name, her brother's name, and her sister's name, and then Janae.
Okay.
So Quvenzhané.
Wow.
So it's it's really, really difficult. She's such a sweet little girl. She's just a little girl.
Yeah.
She's 11 years old now, but nobody gets her name right. Mm-hmm. And even people who are dealing with, I didn't get it right for a long time.
So what did you call her? Q?
Well, you try to call her Q, and she says, "That's not my name."
Ooh, she's feisty. I'm into that.
It's like Quvenzhané. You're like, okay, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna get it soon. I promise. But I grew up with my sister's name was so hard to say too. Like it was spelled Chimene. It's Shemaine. But we grew up in like all the girls' name Shemaine was Charmaine where we grew up, or it was like
or Champagne,
exactly, or Champagne or Chenille, or so they just didn't understand. Being a white girl with Shemaine as a name was like tough on her because they were like, no, it ain't Shemaine.
It ain't but that ain't working. All right, Cameron Diaz is here, so we're not going to hear you sing. But
if I sang, that's what would follow after.
But you know what?
No, I worked really hard to be able to.
Good. You sound good. You know,
but that was a moment in time where I was really focused and I was doing vocals and I had my coach there. I'm not a natural singer, and I think everybody knows that.
Okay, and that's why it's okay, because by you even attempting to sing in this role, I think you inspired a lot of little girls.
Thank you.
All over the world who probably are scared to try things and step out of their comfort zone.
Well, that's the point. That's the whole point for me. Like, when you get an opportunity to like do something that you're scared of doing, for me, I have to run towards it. I think fear, if you run from fear, the only way out is, fear gets on top of you, tackles you, and you lose. But if you see fear and you run towards it and you jump on it and you just take it, you take it down before it can take you down. That's what I try to do. It's like, I hate heights, so I jumped out of an airplane.
Yeah, and you did an excellent job, and it's even featured on the original motion picture soundtrack. If we can't get her to do it live, we'll play it for you right now. Here's Little Girls, Cameron
really?
Diaz.
Let me see.
Yeah, we got you. Little Girls. Vocals by Cameron Diaz. Get the new movie Annie is out December 19th, and it's different from the original.
It is
very
definitely.
different. Your character, it's different things that happen with your character than what we saw in the original, right?
Yeah, for me, I think the whole movie is an updated version. We really created. I think that the intention was to be able to show kids of this generation that may never ever see the original Annie. Yeah. Create it for them so that they could see themselves in it. We're updating. I mean, there were Black and Hispanic kids back in the 30s.
Yeah.
It just wasn't represented in Annie, you know. And here
they
we
were
get
in the
to
back of the house, so you never saw them, right?
You know what?
But, you know, this version is really, I think, having the diversity of the cast really lets all kids of all colors and ethnicities know that they also should have an optimistic view of life. That it's okay. Everybody deserves to be loved. Everybody deserves to have a place where they feel safe and unconditional love. But you know, my character, Miss Hannigan, for me, she represents the epidemic we're suffering in our society today, where we put all of our self-worth on how many likes we have or how many followers we have. She's been spending the last 15, 20 years hating herself for not becoming a star. Yeah. She's been just torturing herself, punishing herself. She doesn't think that she's lovable because she's not a star. So she treats all the little kids around, the girls around her, the same way she treats herself. Right. Because she has no self-love. And instead of loving herself for who she is, she's been hating herself for who she's not. And so her journey is to self-love. And, you know, we put so much importance on, like, you know, celebrity and fame these days, as if that's the only way people see us or will notice us, or whether or not we're worthy of love. And I think it's really an epidemic, and it's hurting people's self-image of themselves. So
Cameron Diaz,
well
man,
said.
she didn't even accept the award. That just came naturally right there, man. Just moved me right there. It's a great movie, man, and it's a great movie to take the kids, the entire family could come out and watch it and see Cameron sing. And this star,
Quvenzhané.
This girl is.
Quvenzhané is awesome.
She's gonna be.
Wasn't she nominated for something before?
Beast
though?
of the Southern Wild.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
That's
She
who
was
she
nominated
is.
when she was 9
For an
years
Oscar.
old. For an Oscar.
For an Oscar.
The youngest kid to be nominated. She's a phenomenal. You know what? You know what's really cool about Quvenzhané? Because, you know, you work in this industry. There's a lot of kids who are like 12 years old, but they're like really 40.
Yeah.
They're just playing 20.
Yeah.
They're like, whatever, talk to my agent. You know, and you're like, oh my God, aren't you, just be a kid.
Yeah.
You know, and Quvenzhané is a child still. She's just a little girl, you know what I mean?
That's
Which
nice.
is so refreshing, because you don't want kids. It's such an adult world that they're existing in the film business. For her to be able to just like come in, still be a kid, and for all of us, you know, to be able to treat her that way. You know what I mean? There's times when Jamie and myself and Bobby Cannavale and Rose Byrne and Will Gluck, the director, really had to treat her, you know, act as if we were, you know, we're aunties or uncles or, you know, parentally. Watch over her. Be like, that's not what you do, you know? And and I much rather do that with a child in this, you know, this situation in a working environment than to watch a child have all the answers at 10 years old to things that they really don't understand.
Here we go, Sway.
Can't have all answers, man.
No, exactly.
We don't have all answers. How you think you would be as a mom? Like, is that something?
I mean, look, I've been an auntie for 18 years.
Well,
my eldest, you know, niece is 18. So I've been a part of watching and being a part of raising a child into adulthood, you know, and it's really gratifying. It's amazing. My niece is amazing, and I think that, you know, and I have so many kids around me, you know, like so many of my friends have kids, and so I just feel like I've raised children already, you know.
You good. You know, you ain't got to take them home.
No, exactly.
I'll sing for you.
I'm like, I think I might be the smartest person in the room.
All right, Kim, can we switch up the topic real quick? I just need to delve into some chick shit.
Sure, right, let's go.
Real swift. Because I remember there was like a couple months ago, I was reading New York Daily News. And somebody said that they were eavesdropping in a restaurant where Diddy was at. And that they heard him say that he wishes he could turn back the hands of time and things would be different.
Well, you know, the first thing that you said was New York Times. What was it like?
New York Daily News.
Daily News. There you go. Okay. That's not news. Yeah, you know how these things are. They just make shit up.
Yeah.
The interesting thing about being in the position of celebrity, and this has happened over, my whole, well, not my whole career, because the tabloid is really the thing that started coming around, 10 years ago at the strength that it's at right now, is that these people are writers. They're basically like the worst trashiest novel writers that you've ever in your life. Those like really shit ones that people leave behind on vacation because they're like not all the way folded, looked through. They're just like, and the trashiest novels. These people are basically those kinds of novelists or writers, and they just take characters who happen to be like real life people. And if you look, all the storylines are exactly the same. They're just with different character names who happen to be actual people, and they just kind of like plug it in every week. It's it's a really hard job. You guys know how hard it is to sit here and like try to create content all in the 2 hours that you have to do the show, or 4 hours or whatever it is, every single day. Imagine having to write a whole book every week. You know what I mean? So they're just doing their job. They're just writing a book every week, moving a chapter of a book every week. They're like, what's the chapter gonna be this week?
That's a good perspective.
Who could we? Ooh, where was she last week? What did we say she did? Oh, she had a ring on her finger?
Right.
Okay, this week, let's just throw something in the middle of it.
It'll be whoever has like something to promote. That's what they'll use it as.
So, I mean, I understand. People need an escape. They need to like read about somebody and be like, oh, I can't believe she'd do that. Or, oh my God, look at her. Or, I wish I had her life. Like, people need that kind of escape. And that's what real true novels were originally made for. But now people kind of, it's a little bit more tangible when they can see actual human beings and then project those stories onto them and like
make it
follow
seem
them.
real to them.
Yeah, make it seem real.
Because I was like, yeah, man, that you just burst in my fantasy though. That like if that were true and Diddy did really say this, that Cameron is giving them something that they miss. And that
the one who got away.
That men are probably like, damn, how this one get away?
It has nothing to do with me. None of it. You know
Okay.
what I mean?
All right.
I'm certain of it.
But you
I'm
never
certain
like
of it.
call the other person up just to make sure you've never hit somebody?
The thing is that I think it's an understanding between everybody in this business, and they do it to us all the time. There's little things everywhere. If you look at all the magazines and you look at how all the little parts of it they've started now, there's like a page, and then inside of it has like a little inset that has another little inset, and all of them are like all these different kinds of like, who did this, and blah, blah. They have all these little titles, and every week they have those, so they have to plug shit in,
right?
You know what I mean? They have to find somebody,
right?
They have to.
They got to get the viewers, they got to get the clicks.
It is a business. It is not reality. And I said, I don't care. I'm over it because I've been in it for so long. It's not like even that kind of thing where I'm going to get mad anymore. But yeah.
Okay, because we only got a few more minutes.
Okay, yeah.
All right, and I don't want to ruin my fantasy of you. So the more you talk, I like the idea of somebody saying, damn, Cameron's the one that got away. So,
didn't you say that?
I did say that.
Time to confess.
There was a time we saw each other at I'm not going to say what event it was, and we walked by each other, and it's before we really officially met, and we kind of did this thing.
You were like...
And in my mind...
She gave you the look.
There it is. In my mind. All right, but listen, came up with a way where people could truly find out who Cameron Diaz is by your own voice.
Okay.
So DB came up with this game, and it's called
There's Something About Cameron.
Ooh, hello.
Cameron Diaz.
All right. It's 5 real personal, deep-hitting, to-the-gut questions DB came up with.
Let's go.
All right. First question. What was the name of the first guy you kissed?
Gosh. When I was really, really young, I had a babysitter.
Where is this going?
No. I had a babysitter. I don't know. Where is it going in your head?
I know, right? Well, okay.
Slow down. Slow your roll. Let's just let you.
Gotta breathe.
I have my babysitter, Betty Smith, who her son Jerry Smith was my age, and we were just little kids, you know what I mean? And we were just like, just had such a little crush on him, and I just grab him and I would kiss him. And so that was my first.
That was cool.
That's nice. That's good. That's
Yeah, we were
innocent.
like little kids, like
Yeah.
whatever, however old we were in elementary school, but it was just like that innocent kind of like, I just remember going like,
Okay, that was a sweet innocent story. The lucky guy, Jerry.
I thought she kissed Betty. The
babysitter?
That's wild.
Okay,
All right. Before you became famous, who was your celebrity crush?
oh gosh, when I was a little girl, I loved Raiders of the Lost Ark. And I saw, Harrison Ford as Indiana Jones. And I was just like, Indiana Jones, I'm going to marry him. I'm going to marry him.
Indiana Jones. Have you met Harrison Ford?
I have, and he knows of my crush. He does. He
Yeah.
knows, yeah.
Okay.
All right, number 3. Have you ever approached a guy you were interested in rather than waiting for him to make the first move?
I don't know. Gosh. Probably. I can't imagine that I didn't.
Okay.
Ladies, right? Like,
Gotta go for what you want.
You know what I mean? Ladies,
Heather, you done
can't
that?
always, right?
You know what, Sway? That was Cameron. Don't try to put it on me.
No, I'm just curious.
Why are you trying? Why am I trying to get in your business?
Sway.
Oh, okay.
Cameron about to look up on you, Heather. Cameron Diaz was about to take out Heather
I
B.
ain't got no beef with Cameron D. That's my girl in my head. No,
All right, so you never done that though, Heather. I feel like every girl's done that at some point.
I feel like
I
every
might have
girl.
said, "Hey, boo, just give him a quick line. I heard you wanted to meet me." That's my go-to line. I put it.
I heard
back
you. Oh, you put it back. Give
to
them.
them.
Yeah.
I heard you wanted to meet me. What's up?
Oh, right.
Even though I never really heard that.
Right,
It
right,
just-
right.
You know what I'm saying? That's
I'm
my
gonna take
go-to
that,
line.
HB. Thank
Okay,
you.
one
You're
more
welcome.
question.
All right, let's get a little deeper here. If you lost it all and had to go into adult entertainment to make a living, what would be your porn name?
Isn't it like supposed to be like the name of your dog and your
First
first
street.
dog and your first street you lived on?
Yeah.
Yeah,
The middle.
right.
Yeah.
So what would that be?
Let me think. I don't know. I would want to like put out something that made me sound like I was capable of doing something I wasn't. Like something like the acrobatic. Because I also like the counselor. People always ask me if I did the splits on the car.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
right.
You did do that though, right? No. Oh, you killing my whole thing. Kevin, who are you?
I'm everything else, baby.
Okay. That's good to know, too.
Now we know that Sway likes girls who can do acrobatics.
Yeah, stretchy.
I was like, she's perfect. So what was that name? What's the first street you? The dog in the street?
Yeah,
name?
the first dog in street. I think it's Biffy, which is not very fun.
Okay. No,
Okay,
but
Biffy.
No, Biffy's a good porn name.
Biffy Overland.
Ooh.
Sway her
Well,
over.
when you do Overland, that just kind of took it to a whole nother level. Cameron, give me a hug, man. It's all. We just clicked headphones too.
We did.
Check out the movie Annie and understand when you see this woman on screen, you're looking at somebody who's just a very genuine person, down to earth,
Yeah.
considering all your success and your celebrity and all the money you've made over the years. She makes a lot of money. We don't hear about that, but I did my research. Another attribute to who Cameron Diaz is. But congratulations.
But I can't do the splits.
You can't do the splits.
I'm apparently
Not all the way perfect. After Annie, anything in the makings?
No, this is my last. I'm not. I have nothing that's coming out after this. I'm starting to write a second book. Next year's. That's when I'm
Body
gonna be
book, a workout book?
well, I did the body book last year,
Yeah.
and it's just that's just a science book about the body. And this time I'm doing it's a book on. Okay, hold on a second.
Okay,
Don't say
okay,
anything until
okay.
after I get done with
Okay,
saying this. It's a book on biogerontology, and biogerontology is the science of aging, what happens on a cellular level to your body as we get older. Not just the face, not just the wrinkles and the sagging that happens, but on a health level, what's happening to all your cells across systems so that we can age better internally, not just externally.
Okay, cool. So that'll help my knees.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. I get it. I'm smart.
I knew as soon as I said biogerontology, you'd be like, what?
I was like, what the hell?
Thank you for giving me that moment to
Absolutely.
just explain.
Absolutely. Looking forward to the book. Cameron Diaz, come back and hang with us.
Yes.
I was going to play this song, the remix for you, and see if I'm sure you're a big fan of this because you're a fan of the original.
My anaconda don't. My anaconda don't. My
There she goes, Cameron Diaz says she go, you go twerk it, bomb! She got that, all right.
It's Sway in the morning, only on Shade 45.